as you know, it's a little bit shrouded in secrecy, so I can't give very much. But I play a woman named Ellie, and Ellie is engaged to Alan, who is a house guest of Woody and Elaine's characters for the summer. And she is a young, fairly well-off, conservative young woman who is very well educated, and through the series, I think you see some of her, which I think you see with all of them a little bit, her belief system being challenged, and her worldview possibly being expanded a little bit. Yeah, I feel like I always become incredibly inarticulate when I try and talk about what this experience was like. Zero chill is a pretty good frame, I think. It was a dream. I mean, I grew up watching Woody Allen movies. My parents love Woody Allen movies. Annie Hall is a favorite of mine. And to be able to work with him is truly a dream I didn't even know I had. It was never even on my radar. And so it was an incredible experience. And then to look up to somebody so much and to have been inspired by his work for so long, and then to meet him, and he was so kind and generous with us throughout the course of this project. He really hires people that he trusts and gave us the room we needed to play and to experiment, and that's a real dream as well. Yeah, there was a moment early on where we were trying to find the right hair color for this character. And I had sat in a salon for 11 hours while they lifted the color of my hair and made it this 60s kind of golden blonde color, very single toned. And it was almost right, but on camera, like, it looked a little funny. So when we did our camera tests, it wasn't quite right. And so we ended up going with a wig, and there was a lot of fussing to make sure the wig was perfect as you would want it to be before we showed it to Woody. And I walked in with my makeup done and my hair on, and they were like, what do you think? And he looked at me and he went, "Do you like it?" And I was like, I mean, yeah, I like it. Do you like it? And then he was like, "Well, I just want you to be happy." And I think that really summed it up for me in a way that truly, he was genuinely concerned with everybody having a good time, that it was an enjoyable experience. And it was. And everybody was so, I mean, it's a room full of extraordinary talents who were so genuinely thrilled to be there. The creativity poured out the doors of this house we were shooting in, and we were home by dinner almost every night. We've been spoiled rotten. I'm not sure that you don't get that experience very often. It really was a joy. Yeah, my character doesn't have very many scenes with Miley, but I spent more time with Miley, I think, personally, in hair and makeup, and during our camera tests, we got to chat a little bit, and I think she's so cool. She works so hard. She's extremely passionately committed to everything that she puts her mind to, everything that inspires her, and this was no different. We brought her out of acting retirement, or Woody brought her out of acting retirement, and that's exciting. I think she's very talented, and she's so down to earth. I think, I'm not sure, unfortunately, that she's often associated with being a good role model, but hearing her talk about the things that are important to her, she's talking a little bit about sometimes doing her own makeup for her concerts, or getting on a plane with zit cream on her face because it's real, and because she's like, "I have a zit, so I'm going to put something on it so I don't have it anymore," and letting her young audience know that it's important to be themselves. And yeah, I mean, my limited interaction with Miley, I think she's really great, and I'm glad that she was so prominently featured in this. There is a scene at the end of the series that was challenging. I can't really get too far into this. A long scene, very long scene, with a lot of different people in it, and it was challenging in all of the best ways. It requires a lot of technical specificity. I think that's as much as I can say without giving the whole thing away. You have to watch it.